on our way back from IUP, back to Philly. Amazing trip. Shout out to you, Madeline, and IUP for hosting us. I just thought I'd just talk to you a little bit, let people know who you are and what Scholars Advantage is. So why don't we start by, since I said your name already, but why don't you just let everybody know your name, your title, and the organization you work for.
Sure, I'm Madeline Birkner. My title is Senior Manager of Persistence at the Philadelphia Education Fund, and I've been here for 11 years.
Word. And let everybody know the program you lead, and what is that for those that don't know?
Well, if you don't see on my shirt, I run the Scholars Advantage program in the summer. So Scholars Advantage is a stipended academic summer program for Philly teens. We get you out of house in the morning. You get to choose an academic class of your interest. You stick with that class for several weeks, and if you show up on time ready to learn, we put a little money in your pocket.
Word. Yeah, I was talking to a student. He was like, he heard it was easy cheese, and that's when he came. Then he came and he learned so much more as a result. So can you break that down for parents and folks to like encourage them to consider programs like this? Why is it important to come? You're going to make the money, but it's so much more than just making a stipend.
Right. So summer is just a different feeling than the school year, but it's also super important for learning. We don't want our brains to turn into applesauce throughout the summer. So we really try to keep things exciting, light, fun, but we also have really high expectations for our students. It might be easy cheese in the sense that you're having fun while you're learning, but we do have high expectations that our students engage in class, that they're listening, that they're not just clocking in physically, but they're actually there mentally. So, the instructors that we hire, they're experts in their field. We've got an amazing computer science teacher, so shout out to Weissman. This year we have an amazing anatomy teacher, shout out to Ms. Cohen. And I think they really keep the students activated and engaged in the summer so that when the school year starts, you're not starting behind, right? We've kept your brain really going in the summer.
Also, for the parent out there that's watching this, that's like, what is this? And they went to IUP, like, help a parent hop off the fence on what this is and the importance of them supporting their child.
Sure. Well, first I'd say is a program like this takes a lot of money, and so we are so lucky to have funders who believe in the work and they know that we're going to do a quality job. So for a parent, if I'm hearing that and I see who the funders are, I know that this program has been vetted, that it is aligning students with college and career, and that there's that really strong academic component too. I have to mention our wonderful funders for this summer because they believe in the work too. So that would be the Connolly Foundation, the Jean and Herbert Hansel Family Foundation, as well as we got some money from the state of Pennsylvania that was shepherded by Senator Vincent Hughes and his staff to help us get some West Philadelphian students in the program this summer. So that's what I would say to a parent is, we never skimp. We want to make sure it's a quality program, that students have a lot of different kinds of experiences, and that we keep everything like top notch, safe. We have the best staff, we have the best teachers, and we're really fortunate that we've been located in a really nice central location for the past 4 or 5 years.
What is the importance of getting exposed to experiences like this?
So I would say to any student, when you're in school, you don't have a lot of choice over what you get to do. But in life, you have a lot of choices to make. So as much practice as you can get in advance making choices before college or before whatever waits for you after high school, the better. If you have the opportunity to see a college, to tour it, to sleep overnight, to just kind of vibe it out, that is such valuable information for what you want to do with the rest of your life. Maybe you have a terrible experience at a college. That's valuable information. It tells you what you don't want. So I would just say to any student, if you see, whether it's school year, whether it's summer, if there's an academic program that might give you a little bit of extra information that's outside of the normal curriculum that you're kind of forced to take, that's really good practice for whatever is waiting for you after high school, because you have to decide what that is.
Quick fire, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. What college did you go to?
I went to Bryn Mawr College.
What'd you major in?
I double majored in Spanish literature and sociology.
Okay. And what made you choose those majors?
I always just liked learning about people. I wanted to know why the world was how it was. Why did I see what I saw? I'm very analytical. I like to write. I like to read. And as far as Spanish literature, it was a great way for me to explore, cultures of the world. I studied abroad, and I had just really good professors the whole time. Great mentorship, and it really, really challenged me. Like after 4 years, that was the hardest thing I'd ever done, and I really think my brain was better for it. So I appreciated that. I didn't run away from that.
If you could say one thing to your high school self, what would you say?
Oh my goodness. What What would I say to her? I would try to get a handle on my procrastination a little earlier. I think I should have. I think because high school wasn't that hard for me, I didn't learn a lot of skills that I needed to be successful in college. Maybe intellectually I was capable, but I didn't have the habits.
Right.
So I also think I was a little prideful when I went off to college. I didn't want anyone to see me struggling.
Yeah.
And so I would have said to that 17-year-old, like, it is normal to not know everything. It is normal to ask for help. There are people paid to help you.
Yep.
Go find them.
Word.
And I would have pushed her in that direction.
Dope. All right. Shout out time. Want to shout out anybody, any students, any faculty, anyone that helped make this trip possible, anything.
Well, I have to shout out IUP admissions, Sean and Makai. I mean, they're just consummate professionals. They're so thoughtful about what would make a student's experience meaningful.
Yep.
But this whole thing wouldn't have been possible without the staff at the Philadelphia Education Fund, Miss Kelsey, Miss Brandy, Miss Mel, and of course the man behind the camera himself, because we really need every hand to lift these students up and stay positive and show them what is possible. So I have to shout out all my colleagues at the Ed Fund because you're the best.